was brutal. He worked so much. There would be like, 36, 37. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shandine. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back. Don't mind the little one in the video. She's doing her thing. I don't even know if you can hear, but hopefully I'm loud enough to cover that. Alright, so today's video, I'm just wanted to share a little bit with you guys. I shared on the Read Life that what our life was really like, and I thought I would follow up that video with one I've been meaning to do, which is what it's really like to be married to a medical professional. I'm saying medical professional because if you're a nurse or something like that, then obviously you know some of these things would apply as well. But so hubby and I, we started dating in college. I think he was in third year or fourth year, something like that, when we met. And I was a little bit skeptical of dating a med student because I'm like, oh, you're not the only time for me. I really like time and those things. Anyway, we made it work and it wasn't bad. It was good. The problem, guys, didn't really start to present itself until his intern year. It was brutal. He worked so much. There would be like 36, 37, 40 hour shifts. That was just like, okay, and he wouldn't get the next day off. Like, that doesn't okay. So at the time we lived separately, and he was just so tired, guys. He was just so tired all the time. He's not even a person even when he's not working. He would just be so tired. It got so bad that I would go to his house and do his laundry and clean his apartment, so that when it's our time, I don't hear I have to do things. It was really brutal. I'll even give you a story that we have one time. He fell asleep. He doesn't like me to say it, but he fell asleep and forgot me for like 9 hours. I was royally pissed. Okay. Royally. But yeah, and then as time went on and seniority went on, it was hard, but I don't want to say it wasn't that hard when it was just the two of us, because it really was, because the two of us did everything together. It was really just the two of us, and for him not to be there, and it was long. I couldn't sleep. When he first started doing calls and he wouldn't come home at night, I could not sleep. I would leave the TV on, and for the entire night I'd be wide awake, just like, okay. He used to try and make it work sometimes, and he would come home to at least take a shower and whatever, and they would call him within the hour and he'd be gone again. And so very quickly we realized that, all right, that makes no sense at all. It was rough, but like I said, it was infinitely easier when it was just the two of us and stuff. The year we got married, he was an uncle, so that was a good year as well. We pretty much just spent the year enjoying our marriage, and he was, I think, a senior house officer, so it was kind of like a 9 to 5, but not really. And that was good. Hey, and then he started residency. that also happened to be the year I got pregnant. Honey, no. When was I tired? Okay. He tries, but sometimes the tired does, it can't wipe off my face. It can't wipe off. It's just there. It's like you can see it in his eyes, and even though he's trying to do things to maintain the relationship and maintain the marriage and family life, like you can see the tiredness in his eyes, and that's not always cute. It's not. It's like you're with somebody, you're spending time with them, and you know they want to be there, but you can literally see that they're so tired. That's kind of something that has not changed over the years. It continues to be that ingrained tiredness, and you just have to understand that it's tired. You know what I mean? Obviously it's always better if he's here and sleeping and tired. It makes me feel better, but at the same time I just wish he wasn't always so tired. But then he works so much that it's kind of impossible for him not to be. Like I said, guys, his days start anywhere between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. It's been that way since I met him. That's his routine, to get up and start studying and stuff like that. So he has very long days and stuff, and then he has to come home. And once there was a young baby at home, I know that the first year was brutal. He had some very important exams to do, but he would come home, and I had a C-section, and so all day is me and by myself with the baby, and then he would have to work and sometimes overnight, and so he's me all through the day, all through the night, nobody here to help me. I would drag my father to come and stay with me sometimes just in the night, because, and he would come, but I was always cognizant of the fact that when he came, he had to go home. He had responsibilities home, so he couldn't like stay with me all the time. Yeah, and so he would basically be on call all day today, all night tonight, and come home tomorrow and take over the baby and be with the baby so that I could rest and I could shower and eat and all these things. And our baby did not sleep. She did not sleep at all. So yeah, it's just been that rough, guys. It's always been that rough. Trying to balance that kind of, to being a full-time doctor and a student and a wife and a husband and a father, a new father, and all of that. And it sucks sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. It sucks sometimes. Sometimes you just want your man. Sometimes you just, like, to everybody else he's doctor or whatever, but to me he's my husband. You get what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things that you have to be understanding. You have to exercise the patience, boy. And I remember sometimes when it took so much just to be understanding. It took so much to remember that he wasn't personally, he wasn't purposely looking tired or looking like he'd rather be in bed. It took so much to understand that, there are new roles. Like, even though it's hard for me, trying to fit into the role of being a mother and a wife, it was also hard for him to find balance, right? It took a bit of juggling. It took a bit of trying to do it this way, trying to do it that way for him to find that balance. And I'm proud of him because he has found the balance, and he has grown so much, and he's handling it a lot better. But handling it will only go so far. There are certain truths that will not be changed, and that is that for him there are just not enough hours in the day sometimes. Sometimes what it means is I can't do anything within the day because I'm trying to, like, he works all day and all night, and he comes home, and then I'm trying to basically keep the baby off of him so that he can sleep. And for her, it's just like daddy's home and daddy's laying down, and I want to crawl over daddy, I want to sit on daddy's head, I want to talk to daddy, I want something, and I'm going to wake daddy for it. So sometimes it's like there are days when we can, and I just have to leave her to it. But then there are days I was just like, all right, come, and let her basically need me for everything. Love her understanding. It takes a lot of, and I'm just gonna say it, our hospital systems is not the best. Okay, these medical professionals are tired, they're overworked, they're underpaid. Do you know what I'm saying? I volunteered at the hospital once, and I saw somebody spit on a nurse because her food was cold. Not that she had a real problem, her food was cold and she spat on the nurse. All right. I myself went to nursing school, and I just like, I can't do this all my life. No, I'm cut out for it. But yeah, so it takes a lot of patience. If you are going to decide that you're going to be with somebody who is in that field, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of sacrifices. When I started building my business, and even now, there are some things that I simply have to say no to. There are certain opportunities that come up that I have to say no to because I am the stability in my family at this point, and I have to continue to be. So I can't be taking a job that's going to, demand any amount of travel from me, a job that's going to demand me to work late outside of the home or anything like that. So I have to be very, very, very careful and very specific about the things that I can, take onto my plate, because his job does not offer that stability, right? And so I have to be it for my family. I try to make sure that the things that he doesn't have to handle, he doesn't just don't waste his energy. But of course it means that I'm doing a lot as well. What else? It requires patience, it requires sacrifice, not just on the physical demands, but the mental demands as well. There are days when he comes home just literally mentally depleted. It takes a lot, guys. They see things at work, they see sick people all the time, and then they come home and they have to worry about their family members. And in this COVID mess, I'm not even going to lie to you, it's on my mind constantly that, listen, we are an at-risk household, even more than the regular household, because he's going out there into the fray every single day. It takes nothing for him to be exposed to a patient who is COVID positive and then come home. Nothing, guys, literally nothing. And then the same with the flip side, because I can go out on the road because he isn't really going anywhere. He's not doing anything. He's just working at home. So everything else, errands and stuff, I'm doing. So I could easily go out and be exposed and then come home and give it to him. And if he has to go to work, and then people still messing around with this thing it's funny. It's all fun and games. Y'all just go not wear your mask, not social distances, none of that stuff. Y'all are annoying, okay? But yeah, it takes patience, take grit. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? So I thought I would just share that with you guys and share my experience. The intern year, so that's recap, the intern year is the worst year, the absolute worst year. And then the one to follow that is the first year of residency. I think primarily because it turns out to be also the year that our daughter was born. So yeah, and now he's in the throes of the final year, and it's COVID, and he's studying and he's working, and he's working even more because they're always calling him. Even when he's not at work, he's at work. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not calling to hear the phone ring in the night and they're looking for him, or they're looking for another doctor with his name or something. But just one of those things. Takes grit, takes patience, takes understanding. Especially, I think it might be easier for somebody else who's in the field. I specifically didn't want to be, but we make it work, guys. We make it work, especially with everything that I'm doing from home and stuff. We make it work. All right, let me know what you think. Are you in the medical field? Do you have a spouse who's in the medical field? How is it where you are? How are you handling it? Are you mentally okay? Because I am not. Trust, I am not, but I'm trying to be. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Like, comment, and share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.